Hello, I'm Spencer Claydon, Commercial Director for Claydon Seed Drills, and today I'd like to talk to you about our straw harrow. The straw harrow we're using in the field today is a 9-metre version. We do a 7.5, 9 metres mounted machine and also a 12.5 and 15-metre trailed machine. This field was oilseed rape. It was harvested yesterday. The previous crop was wheat, and you can see on the stubble here we've got the oilseed rape stubble, but we also have last year's wheat stubble. This is drilled directly in with a Claydon drill, chased the combine out of the field and put the oilseed rape in last August. The yields come off very, very well on this, and we've got a good amount of chopped debris on the floor, which is protecting and insulating the ground. And the idea with the straw harrow is that we want to shake up and break up that debris, give an even covering across the entire field and make it so that it's the ideal environment for the drill to go into in the future. So this area hasn't been straw harrowed, and you can see the debris on the surface is covering it, but there are cracks and there are a dry soil underneath, and it's quite tough. This machine has 16mm tines on it, and they're a flexible tine, so we can turn on the headland, which is very important with a straw harrow, especially if you're going and straw harrowing a wheat crop or a cereals crop. Not quite so important with oilseed rape because you can lift it at the ends, but when you're going with a straw harrow after a cereals crop, you need to turn with it down and not drag the straw from one end of the field to the other. So if we have a little look where the straw harrow has been, in this area it's created a lovely fine tilth at the surface. It's shaken out the cotyledon rape and it's got it down onto the ground so it can begin to grow. Once the humidity is here, if we have a little bit of rain for instance, or some heavy dew, then these cotyledons will hatch and start to grow, and once they grow and they get to single leaf small cotyledon plant stage, we can go through again with the straw harrow and we'll hoe them out and take them out completely. This reduces your chemical burden, and it also allows you to get a good flush of all of the seeds because they're not caught up and stuck within the husks. They're broken down, the husks are broken down, shaken out and got down onto the ground. So as soon as that oilseed rape is here, which it all is, the growing process can begin. And this layer on top, all of this straw is like a thatch on a house. It's protecting the soil, it's keeping the moisture there, and it's allowing those plants to grow at the right time to allow us to strike them off, or if we wish to, we could leave it and have a free cover crop for a while, for instance. So the straw harrow has many purposes. One is, and the main purpose, is to spread and get the straw dissipated, get those plants growing, and allow you to then either hoe them out for mechanical control, reducing your chemical burden, or alternatively, another major part for the straw harrow is actually slug decimation is probably the best way of putting it. Slugs can raise up to the surface, and again they find this environment in a wet year a nice environment to be in, but if you go through with a straw harrow and you've got a 14 or 16mm tine spaced 5-6 centimetres apart across the machine, spread across banks, those slugs soon get taken out by the tines, and their eggs, which are underneath the surface, get exposed to the sunlight, and UV light kills the slug eggs off. So you can reduce your slugs, you can reduce your weeds, and you can really get a good flush and a nice clean stale seed bed to drill into for a very, very low cost. And that's another real benefit about the machine. It's around about 2 litres of fuel a hectare, so it's very, very cost effective to use and very, very quick. We're travelling with this machine between 15 and 25 kilometres an hour. So it saves you an absolute fortune compared to other cultivation operations, and it prepares the soil perfectly for ready when you want to drill into it with the Claydon seed drill.